Thank you, Charlie. Good afternoon, everyone. It's always great to be here in Branch 36 with all of you. But I got to be honest, I wish we were here today under better circumstances. As Charlie mentioned, Ray Hodge was senselessly and violently murdered right here in this neighborhood last month. We're here outside Manhattanville Station. This is a station where he worked. And a lot of his co-workers are here with us right now. And as you might imagine, they are still heartbroken and they miss their co-worker. They're shocked, as all of us are, by this unspeakable tragedy. Ray was 36 years old. He had a lot of life left to live before it was stolen from him. So first and foremost, our deepest sympathies go out to his family, some of whom are here with us today, to his friends, co-workers, and to everyone that loved him. Unfortunately, this is not the first time we have had to mourn the loss of a letter carrier. This is not the first time we've had an event like this to bring awareness to violent crime being committed against our members. Thousands of instances of this have happened over the last few years, including a number of them right here in this part of the city in the last few weeks. Over the last couple of years, we've had events like this around the country where our members have joined together to fight back together and make our voices heard in our communities. And we've seen some improvement in some ways, but we have a long way to go. Because one attack on a letter carrier is too many. And an injury to one is what? An injury to all. So that's why we're here today. In honor of Brother Hodge, we're here to fight like hell for our safety and do everything in our power to ensure that this does not happen to another letter carrier in the future. Now, like every one of you, every time I hear a story about one of our members being a victim of a violent crime, I'm heartbroken. But more than that, I'm angry that our members, the very people that serve our communities, that take care of not just delivering people's mail, but looking out for them, helping day to day, often even saving lives, are the ones that are being hurt. It's been 250 years since the inception of the Postal Service. And for the vast, vast majority of that 250 years, we could walk down even the meanest streets of this country and no one messed with a letter carrier. Remember that? That's not the way it is anymore. That is not the way it is anymore. It's changed. And we should be protected. But the Postal Inspection Service is not protecting us. The people that commit these crimes should be prosecuted. But the Department of Justice in this country is not doing its job. When a letter carrier is attacked, it is a federal crime. And far too many of these federal crimes are not even prosecuted. Which means the criminals that attack our members get away with it. While we are, of course, appreciative of the improvements we've seen in prosecutions in some United States attorneys' districts. As a whole, the Department of Justice in this country has failed America's letter carriers. We serve our communities, and we, like other citizens, but particularly public servants like us, have a right to be safe and protected while we serve the public. So, to the Postal Inspection Service, to the Department of Justice, we have demands. They are not requests, they are demands. We demand protection, we demand prosecution, and we demand both of those right now. A big step forward for us, as the Congressman mentioned, would be the passage of the Protect Our Letter Carriers Act. This bipartisan piece of legislation was reintroduced in both the House and the Senate a couple of weeks ago. A special thanks to New York's own Senator Kirk Gillibrand for her leadership in introducing this bill, along with Senator Josh Hawley in the Senate. If that doesn't tell you it's a bipartisan issue, I don't know what will. This bill will deter these crimes from happening. This bill will improve what the Postal Service is able to provide for letter carriers in terms of security. It will make the Department of Justice do their job. Most importantly, it will hold those that commit these crimes accountable. And by accountable, I mean put them in jail where they belong. So today, on behalf of the 280,000 members of our union, and with the support of hundreds of millions of Americans that we serve, all of us here today together call on the United States Congress to prioritize, pass this bill. Brothers and sisters, on a beautiful day like today, I am heartened to see so many of you out here. But I want to be real clear about this. We should not have to be here doing this. Brother Hodge should not have been murdered. The 4 other letter carriers that have been murdered in the last few years should still be with us. Not one more day should an NALC member go to work at the post office in fear just because they are doing their job. So when we say we're going to fight like hell, here's what we're going to do. We are going to continue to do just what we're doing here today to ensure that the communities around us, the people that we serve, understand what's going on. And they know about this issue. We're going to continue to fight to do everything we possibly can to demand that every single one of these crimes are prosecuted. And we're going to do what no one does better than us. And we're going to send a loud, clear message every single day to our members of Congress to pass this bill. But as we work on all of those things and continue the fight, to all of our elected representatives at the local level, state level, and the federal level, to the law enforcement at the federal level that's responsible for protecting us, local law enforcement, to the media, thank you for being here today, and to all of the communities that we serve, we ask you to continue to do what we have always done. And that is, we take pride in looking out for you. We ask you to simply look out for us. Brothers and sisters, we've done this over the last year and a half or so. with the theme, Enough is Enough. And enough is enough. But on top of enough is enough is a fight. Anything in Washington, D.C., for better or worse, is hard to get done, is it not? The best way to get it done is for us to continue to fight and continue to let the public know and continue to ensure that our elected representatives are aware of this and understand the priority. So thank you all once again for being here. Together, if we fight, and we fight like hell, one day we will not have to have another event like this. Thank you all. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Brian.